It stood in the doorway, laughing an evil laugh and watching us as we fled. Guys, he's stuck. I can't get this tree to budge, and his leg is underneath. Aaron cried, struggling to get Jeff free of the entrapment. I'll lift, you and Jessica pull him out. I shouted as I slipped and slid in the mud. I grabbed a couple of branches and picked up with all my strength. I could feel my feet sink in the soft wet earth. It isn't working. I'll help lift, Aaron pull his legs free as soon as we get the tree off of him. Jessica grunted. With her help, along with the slick mud, we raised the tree just enough for Aaron to slip his leg out. I wrapped an arm around Jeff to help him up and Jessica yanked his keys from the lanyard. Aaron and I hurried with Jeff back to the car, and Jessica raced ahead to try, attempting to get it started. Hearing the engine cranking was a blessing even if it was weak. I flung the passenger side door open and Aaron dove into the back seat. Jeff, stay with me buddy. I'll get in the back, and you can hop in and shut the door. I blurted out as I dove in right behind Aaron. Why is this car so hot? It hasn't even been running, and it is cold as Christmas out here. Jessica squawked. Pump the gas pedal a couple of times, then turn the key over, I said frantically. I knew the dark silhouette had remained in the house, but the events had me rattled. Anywhere far from here is the only place I wanted to be. Several loud thuds from the gas pedal smacking against the floorboard had the engine trying to start. Backfire out of the exhaust had our ears ringing while the cranking motor coughed, sputtered, and shook the whole car. Give it up already. It's dead and we aren't going anywhere anytime soon, an odd voice spoke from Jeff's mouth as he laid a hand on Jessica's shoulder, a voice not belonging to him. Jeff? Are you okay? Aaron asked with a tear rolling down her cheek. Jessica and I looked at him in bewilderment. Ready for the tale of Rusty G? The story they didn't want you to know. Jeff continued in the unfamiliar tone. Let's go, proceed on foot, I barely mustered saying loud enough to be a whisper. This car isn't going to start, and it's too hot to stay inside. Where should I begin? Jeff went on and laughed the same evil laugh I had heard earlier. The door lock snapped down and the temperature rose even faster. Wada ya have bones? A tall slender fellow asked in a gruff voice, stepping from the blinding neon lights of the patrol cars. A fedora sat on his head with a slight tilt and smoke from a big cigar engulfed its rim before drifting up in the air. I don't know sir, kids I reckon. They must have been trying to cross the old bridge when it collapsed last night. Somehow it appears, they drove out of the river down here. The young officer informed. Drove out? That's 20 feet deep water in that river. What kinda car were they driving, son? A boat? A hovercraft or whatever those things are called. Looks to me like it was an old Nova. Don't be wasting my time with idiotic theories. The tall man bellowed. We found tire tracks. Both going onto the old wooden bridge, as well as coming up out of the river down here. I state facts, not theories, Detective Q Bones snapped back. Do we know who they were? Any identification left in this fried hunk of junk? Detective Q inquired. We managed to get the VIN number and ran a search. This is what makes this scene even weirder. It belongs to a Jeffrey R. Grumsby detective, like Rusty Grumsby, Bones informed. What on earth was he doing here? Detective Q asked shakily with color leaving his face. Having a reunion? I thought we had taken every precaution about that night, every step possible to assure the name, the tragedy, it all died here, leaving no traceable links to Rusty. Now, his great-grandson wanders up here with 2 other kids. Well sir, we are still waiting for forensics, but right now we don't think Jeffrey is one of the 3 bodies. He seems to be missing, sir, Bones said quickly. Missing? Do what you want. I'm packing my bags and leaving here tonight. This place is cursed. Has been for decades. I'm tired of fighting to keep wanderers out of here and now this happens? Nothing good lies ahead for this place. Detective Q blurted out and vanished into the flashing neon lights.